Wanted to update you all on the baby. You guys have been asking. Promise you I haven't been keeping from you. We were just waiting. And today we got the absolute best news. I cried at the doctor's office because I was just so excited. So I didn't say exactly what it was in the last video because I didn't know much about it. And honestly, I still don't know much about it. But both Anthony and I, when we did genetic testing, we both tested positive as carriers of alpha thalassemia, which is a genetic blood disorder. And at the time, our doctor's office told us that they had never had first of all, they never had someone white like Anthony. He's like 99% European. They never had someone white test positive for it. And they never had a mother and father both test positive for it. So they really didn't know what to do. But they told us, basically, this means your baby has a 1 in 4 chance of being born stillborn. We freaked out. We go do more blood testing. Blood testing. They transfer us to maternal fetal medicine and a genetics counselor. They're like telling me you might have to deliver at a different hospital because if the baby's born, the baby, once the cord is cut, the baby's going to have like 45 minutes. I was like freaking out, like didn't want to do anything, like stop buying stuff for the baby. Then we go today. Talk to the genetic counselor. The first thing she says is, I just want to let you know, your baby has no risk of getting this. And I'm just like, well, what? What are you talking about? That's, of course, great news, but I was so confused. So the way she explained it, and again, I am not a doctor, y'all. I was homeschooled, but with with most genetic disorders, if both parents have the gene, the kid's going to get it. With alpha thalassemia, it's a bit more complicated because it actually has 4 genes. So I have 4 of the genes. Anthony has 4 of the genes, and all of them, I'm not sure how many would have to be defective, but each of us only have 1 that is defective and as the carrier. So the most that we could pass on to the baby, alpha thalassemia minor, which is not fatal. I think, please again, don't quote me. I'm not going to Google it anymore. I don't need any more clarity. I heard what I needed to hear, and that was enough. But from what I understand, alpha thalassemia minor, the baby just would not be able to absorb iron properly and would be anemic, but there's really like no treatment. The baby, then when he grows up, he would just have a greater chance. If he has it, he has a 1 in 4 chance of getting alpha thalassemia minor. And if he has it, if he gets alpha thalassemia minor, then he has a greater risk of then passing alpha thalassemia minor, alpha thalassemia silent carrier trait, or the more severe form on to his children, only if his partner is also a carrier. He's good. He's good. They recommended that we test Penelope. Like she doesn't need to be tested right away, but before she starts getting into her reproductive years, which my girl's only 13, so that's going to be a long time. But it would be good for her to know because she could have alpha thalassemia minor, and we just don't know it. Most people that have it don't even know that they have it, or she could just be a silent carrier. If she's a silent carrier, her children would be at the same risk that our children are, which would be she would have to be with another person that either has alpha thalassemia or alpha thalassemia minor in order to pass it on. If you have alpha thalassemia like major, you don't make it to child reproductive years. So it is a fatal disease, but there's 4 genes. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. They don't pay me for this. They don't, but I'm so happy. You're so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you so much to, I'm about to eat a whole pound of blackberries. Thank you seriously, everybody so much who prayed for us, who sent me messages. Seriously, just God's awesome. I'm not going to be upset at the doctor that gave me wrong information. Here's what I think though. If you're a doctor, they said they didn't know. I feel like if you don't know, you shouldn't tell us anything. You should just be like, you need to go talk to this person that knows. They said they didn't know. But if I didn't know something, I would not be calling people and telling them, your baby has a 1 in 4 chance of being born stillborn. That's freaking high. And I haven't been like severely depressed. I've been like minorly depressed. I think I've eaten way more than I probably should. Let me show you my belly. You see it? I'm so